Hello and welcome to SportsVision, the magazine on WTNB. And I'm not going to forget today to tell you who we are. I, of course, am Arnold Schwarzenegger. To my left, Don Sutton. And, of course, we have Tom Cruise and Charo.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm Tom Cruise. That's Don Sutton.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. That's more like Don Sutton. But in any case, I am Schwarzenegger. There's no doubt about that.
And we had that exciting football warm-up again.
Oh, we've got exciting football.
And we had all the high school coaches last week. Might have another quick word from one of the high school coaches this week on a pet peeve of mine.
Right.
But we've covered the middle schools now. They are scrimmaging almost as we speak. As you're watching, they are, because they're going down to Soddy Daisy in the 3 area schools. So we're going to take a look at them, and we're going to start with Lake Forest.
Got them ready?
And a new head coach named Wes Brooking. Let's take a look. We're here with Wes Brooking, and he is the Bruins head coach here this year, first-year coach, and I'm sure there's some expectations out of the coach. There's some expectations of these players. They've got some new faces in there. And, Coach, we're going to ask you a little bit about your team. First of all, you're kind of early on. We haven't really had any scrimmages yet, but you've done a lot here together. Tell us about your numbers and what you think some of the strengths and weaknesses are going to be this team.
Well, on the 8th grade, the numbers are down. We've got roughly 16. We've got 14 that are athletes, and they're quick, not fast, but quick off the line, got a good size line. 6th and 7th grade, the numbers are up. Over last year, we've got about 30. 7 of them are 7th graders, and the rest of them are 6th graders. Coming into a program and taking it over, I like that because I can build it from the bottom up. We've got a couple of tackles on the 6th grade team that are 199, 205, not short, fat kids. These are big kids, big kids. Gonna get them in the weight room after the season's over with and build them up. Backfield, 8th grade team, had a kid transfer in from Mississippi that he's pretty quick. He looks like he's gonna be a team leader. He's always mouthing. Got that mouth running all the time, but he's a good kid. And got a big fullback, about 205. He's got good feet on him. He's not afraid to hit. Good tackles. Right now, I'm not happy with them. We need to hustle more. They're going through something this week that most of the middle schools don't. We're going to camp week, and they're on the field at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they run a 2-hour session. They get a break for an hour and a half, and then we go back on the field again for another 2-hour session, and we do this 3 times a day. So I'm trying to give them a little aspect of what high school is going to be like at the middle school level.
Prepping them for this Thursday. Why don't you tell us about Thursday, because I think all the area middle schools are in that. You're the first one I'm talking to, so give us an idea of what's going to happen on Thursday that you're prepping them for.
Okay, we're going down to Soddy Daisy. They do this every year. Cleveland Middle, Ocoee Middle is going down, and it's going to be an 8-way scrimmage. You're going to have those 3 schools, Soddy, Udawal, East Ridge, Boyd Buchanan, and Sequatchie County. And you'll play at least 4 scrimmage games back to back. They give you the ball on the 45-yard line. You've got 10 plays to score. I think that's pretty much a general format for these scrimmage games, even in high school. But it'll be gut check time, especially for this 8th grade team because, we're thin.
Weaknesses, your numbers are down. Give us some of the strengths. I know you mentioned a couple of the kids coming in, but what do you look for as the main power of this team? Like you say, quick? Are they big? Are they going to be? Do you have any idea what you're going to do with them yet? Run, pass?
I think that we're going to take our offensive line and we're going to try to push you down the field with them. I think we're quick enough off the ball and good size to be able to do that. And time will tell. Time will tell. I spend a lot of time with the linemen because that's what I played. And we've got 7 coaches up here, and they're all in different positions. I mean, they played different positions in high school. All of them played for winning programs. That's what we're trying to establish. We've changed a lot of stuff down here and just changing the image, and we're trying to get out of this losing tradition down here. Some of these 8th graders had never won a ball game this year. So we're going to try to get past that and start a winning tradition.
Well, the schedule, of course, you're in the TVAC, which is Tennessee Valley Athletic Conference. Of course, you got McCallie, Baylor, the other 2 local schools with Cleveland and Ocoee. That's pretty tough. You mentioned you got some other ones. How many ball games you got, and who do you got scheduled? And tell the Lake Forest fans out there when they can first see you here.
The 8th grade, I have added William Blunt, and so we'll have an 8-game schedule, and the first 4 games is Dead Man's Row. We'll open with Carpenter, and that game's going to be played at Bradley High School, and then we go to Cleveland, and then on I believe it's September the 12th, we host Ocoee Middle here, and then we'll host Baylor here, and then we'll have Tyner for homecoming, William Blunt, Baylor, McCallie, and Fannin County. 7th grade, you've got 7 games. You've got Baylor, McCallie, Ocoee Middle, Cleveland, Brainerd Baptist, and 2 teams out of Riceville that we're going to play. So ever since I've been down here, the 7th grade hadn't had but 4 ball games, and I thought, well, those kids come out here and they bust their can just like everybody else the whole time, and you know they need some games to play.
Well, and that schedule will get them prepped, like you say. The main objective here, of course, is great to win, but you want them ready to go on to the next level.
I want them ready to go to high school. I want them to know what Coach Price expects. They get hollered at pretty good out here. You got some coaches, David White and Tim Cobalt, and Jeff Withrow, Chris Withrow, Brent Belcher, the wrestling coach down here. I told him, I said, you need to get involved in the football program. I said, you can recruit some wrestlers that way, and yeah, absolutely. And so these guys are all energetic and kind of high-strung, and we get after these kids. But I'm looking for good things to happen this year. We'll see.
So first year, Coach, how are you feeling about everything? You feel like, you know, a little bit of pressure first year? You feeling all right with everything?
Well, I don't think as far as pressure from anybody down here, there's never been any, because there's never been any expectations, but I'm hard to please. The boys will tell you I'm hard to please. And, I want things done right, and I want them to hustle, and I want them to show spirit in practice. And we just had a little discussion about that in the field house just a few minutes ago. We got one more session to go today at 3:30, and we're going to find out what they're made out of.
Well, we're going to have a new version here, a West Brooking version, and his new staff that he mentioned of the Lake Forest Bruins this year. I expect them to be improved, and I'm sure Coach Brooklyn will have them that way before the year's end. Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time today, and thank you for assessing the Lake Forest Bruins for us today.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
We're the Lake Forest Bruins, and you're watching SportsVision.
Watch out, Ocoee!
Watch out!
The cash is low and you need groceries.
Check into cash.
What's Check Into Cash? It's a remarkable place to get instant emergency cash for a flat fee. Anytime you have an unexpected expense and need a payday advance, Check Into Cash can make it happen. You write us a personal check and you get the cash you need instantly. My checking account's low. I can't get what we need. Go to Check Into Cash. The next time you need quick cash, for whatever reason, go to Check Into Cash.
Remember how you loved going to the local diner with your parents for an authentic French dip sandwich? No, you avoided going out with your parents. You were embarrassed by their matching sweatsuits. You must be thinking of Hardee's new authentic French dip sandwich. Roast beef carved to order, covered with Swiss cheese and piled high on a freshly baked roll. Perfect for dipping in our famous au jus sauce. Might want to take Mom and Dad through the drive-thru. Try Hardee's new French dip sandwich. Hardee's, the way food ought to be.
Buildings and employees do more than take up space. We're more than just checkbooks and loan applications. We are part of this community, just as the community is part of us. Our people have been here for years. We've worked alongside you at the Heart Walk in United Way. We reinvest both time and money, which adds to the quality of life in Bradley County. Any bank can lend money. It takes a neighbor to lend a hand. First Tennessee. All things financial, all things Cleveland, all things community. Member FDIC.
Cleveland Chiropractic Clinic offers complete chiropractic care. Dr. Russell Smith and his friendly, dedicated staff can help relieve chronic back pain, neck pain, headaches, allergies, and also sport-related injuries. Cleveland Chiropractic Clinic has a licensed massage therapist on staff and 2 certified in-house x-ray technicians. Complete insurance filing is available and 24-hour emergency care. Phone 472-1140.
We're back on SportsVision, the magazine, and Michael, you know, watching that little piece there with Wes Brooking, head coach of Lake Forest. Just brings back some old memories back when I used to coached against him at the boys club. And I'm thinking, Wes Brooking, head coach of Lake Forest, what's next? The Cannon brothers, head coach of Cleveland? What's going on here?
Maybe Cleveland wants him. Who knows?
Huh?
Cannon, Paul, and yeah,
huh?
They want him. Hey, here we go. I'm not touching that. We're going to go on to Cleveland. Speaking of Cleveland, Donnie Yates, and everybody knows Donnie Yates is a quality head coach material at a middle school right here. Donnie Yates, great guy.
Nobody's going to replace him.
No, sir. We're talking about the Cleveland.
Not even the Cannons.
Blue Raiders. Here we go. We're with Coach Yates of Cleveland Middle and the 8th grade team and the 7th grade team. They're out practicing as we speak. He's getting ready to join up with them here real quick. Coach Yates, you got a scrimmage coming up Thursday, and of course the biggest thing a coach has for concern a lot of time is the numbers and then how many kids are ready to go out there in a short time to get them ready here. Tell us a little bit about your numbers and your strengths and weaknesses overall.
We had 116 kids try out football here, so that really speaks well for football at Cleveland. They're excited about it, and we're excited to have them. But we've cut down to 80, and we're going to cut one more cut down to either between 70 and 75 kids. We've been out for a week. We went out in pads for the first day on Friday, and so we are looking forward to the scrimmage on Thursday with down at Soddy, and that'll give us a look. Right now we're just trying to figure out where they best need to fit into a team plan, so we're excited about that.
And as far as your 8th grade coming back, of course your 6th and 7th are mostly new kids. Your 8th grade team, you're familiar with some of those faces. What do you look for this year? And maybe you can name off a few key players and just what you expect these guys to do.
Well, we ought to be a good, solid football team. These kids really improved last year, and we were proud of that. They struggled most of the year, but they improved, and by the end of the year, they were a good football team. And we've got some new faces. We've got Corey Davidson that was here previously, and then he moved back from Mississippi. He'll be either a quarterback or running back, and Preston Scoggins and Marswan Wells and Mika Williams and Jay Teague and Montez Davis and Cord Rowland. Those kids will be our skill people. And we've got some good, strong linemen. We'll have a good line this year also. Will Adams is a big kid, about 195. He'll be one of our top linemen. And Brad Ledford's a tough kid and a wrestler. And so he'll be there in the line also. And Kevin Woody and Mark Mendel and some of those kids, so we ought to be able to compete well on 8th grade. 7th grade, don't know the kids that much. You know, we had a ton of them. We had 71 6th and 7th graders, and we've got 45 right now. And so I'm not going to really call out any names. I don't know them that well yet, but they've got some talent. We've got some good 6th grade talent, good 7th grade talent, so that mix ought to lend for a good competitive season.
Well, of course, one weakness, of course, not really a weakness. It's actually good for the kids in their future development, but the schedule of the TVAC's not going to be very easy. So if you want to look and say there's something weak, it's the fact you got to go out and face some pretty darn good teams. You've got Baylor and McCallie, Ocoee. What else have you got on the schedule? Of course, we know the TVAC teams.
Right. The TVAC will be, I tell you what, this is our 3rd year in the TVAC, and it'll be the most even year I can remember. You know, you got Baylor, McCallie, and us, and Ocoee and Lake Forest, all 5 of us. The football schools will be competitive, so it'll be a dogfight each week. And we open up with Ocoee the 29th, I think, of August. And that'll be our place over at the high school. Be at the high school. So that'll be right off the start, you know, that it'll show some things. And yeah, big rivalry game. I'd rather play it later on during the season. But we play, and we're fortunate enough to play each other twice, and I like that. I wish we could play both local teams twice in a year. And then we have all the TVAC schools, and then we play Maryville and Alcoa in an 8th grade game. So that's basically our schedule. We have a 7-game schedule. Right now we just have 5 games for 7th grade team, and we're looking for another game or 2 for them.
Of course, the overall objective at this level, you want to win, but you're trying to get them ready. How do you approach that? You know, you got to kind of do what's best for maybe the future with these kids. We're going to ask you for a little philosophy here. I know you're known for doing well with kids and being able to adjust to what you get. Tell us a little bit about that. How do you approach it?
I tell you what, and you know as well as I, you coach wrestling and you've done it for years, and we're just giving them a good positive attitude. You know, just affirmation, correction for sure. But kids at this age need to be told they can play and need to be told that they're worthy, and you know, they want to be patted on the back by a coach, and it just thrills them to death. And That's my philosophy, that, you know, you just dose them with a heavy dose of positive reinforcement and teaching. We teach. You know, we're teachers first. And more than the hollering and screaming, which all of us do, we teach, and we give them a good positive thought for the day, and gets them focused, you know, and we want them to be the best they can be. And in my opinion, as middle school coaches, if we don't help them be the best they can be, then we're not helping them the best. You know, not just football, but other things, decisions and choices. They're learning who they really are at this age level. So that goes into it. You know, just a good positive, you know, positive role model for us as coaches, plus helping them learn to make good choices is really important. And that just falls right back to the football field, you know, when you do that.
Well, some of the other coaches I've talked to, of course, they're new, kind of rookie coaches. You've been around for a long time. You've had a lot of experience. They've sort of filled us in on the staff, et cetera, that they've got. Tell us a little bit, but you've got some new people, and you've got some people you might want to mention that do a lot for your program.
We really do. You know as well as I, it takes more than one man to be a good coach. You're only as good as those that surround you, and I'm very fortunate. In my opinion, we've got a high school staff on the middle school level. Scott Carroll's been with me for 11 years, and he's our athletic director here, does an excellent job. He's fun to be around. He's a player's coach. They love him. He's hilarious, but he's a great coach. He's a great taskmaster. He helps him with 8th grade. And then 7th grade, Ted Carson's our head coach, and he's the high school head baseball coach. He's been with us for about 13 or 14 years. And he does an excellent job. Heath Ware helps us. He does an excellent job. He's a good coach, good motivator. And then we've got a new coach this year, Jack Gallagher. He's going to be a wrestling coach here at the middle school. And he played football and wrestled at Carson Newman, so we were tickled to death to get him as on our staff. And we're just very fortunate to have a good staff that's been together a long time. We're on the same page. We're buddies off the field, and that makes your coaching a lot easier and better and smoother when you know each other and spend time together off the field. So we have a good staff here.
A little heat on you. I'm going to wrap up here. Of course, you said it's going to be very competitive. I'm telling you, it is hard to pick a winner in this race, but where do you see yourself anyway? Just pick yourself. What do you think you're going to do?
First, for sure. No, that's what any coach would say that had any guts at all, but I don't know, really. I mean, you know, we all want to say that we're the best, but we'll just have to see. All of them really will be good, and it'll see how much we all improve during the year, so it'll be an interesting year this year.
All right, well, Coach Yates, thank you for your time today, your assessment of the 8th and 7th grade Cleveland Blue Raider middle school team. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I am running short on cash with the car repairs, and our wedding anniversary is coming up next week. I need some cash, fast. But from where? I know. Matt was telling me about how First Southern Cash Advance helped him.
May I help you?
He just wrote them a check, and he got the cash right away. That's easy. I can do that. Then First Southern holds your check until your next payday.
It's quick, confidential, and helps take care of life's really important things.
First Southern Cash Advance. Cash when you need it most.
The employees of Duracell's 3 area facilities would like to give hearty congratulations to our 3 area high schools for excellence in academics and athletics. Rocker Valley High School, Cleveland High School, and Bradley Central High School. Keep up the good work, students. We are proud of you. From your local Duracell facilities, Mouse Creek, Tasso, and the Corporate Distribution Center and Warehouse. At Duracell, our people are our energy.
Back on SportsVision, the magazine, and what? Oh, this just in. Wes Brooking has been named head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Get off, you know I love you, Wes. Got to make fun of somebody.
Well, did you know, though, that right before Cleveland...
Is this serious?
Yeah, hired Heath Ware, Paul Cannon turned it down.
He did? Why?
The shorts were way too big. But, just kidding. There we go. Hey, replace me.
We only got a short time to talk about.
We got one more to go.
Zingers.
That's right. Ocoee Middle. We got to get to McCullough, who just took over Blair McCullough for Chad. Here we go. Let's take a look. All right, we're here with Coach Blair McCullough, the head coach of the Ocoee Middle Colts, and actually the new head coach, first-year coach. So we've got some reaction to get on how he feels about that. Let's start with that. You know, it's your first year. Coach Buckner, who's been coaching them, doing a great job the last several years, has decided to step and be an assistant coach, give them the job to you. Tell us how you feel.
Well, I got some big shoes to fill. He did an outstanding job. This program several years ago, you can see behind me the field's in great shape and the facilities are looking good. And Coach Buckner, he's the main reason for that. He raised all the money and he did all the legwork and put a lot of man hours in getting this field ready. So I've got, fortunately for me, he's taking care of most of the hard stuff, and he's really he's going to help me get through the first part of this and the scheduling and all that stuff. So I feel pretty good about it.
And of course, you got another veteran there behind you on the defensive side of the ball, Coach Snyder. Why don't you kind of fill us in on your staff first of all here?
Well, we got Coach Buckner. He's going to be helping us out both offense and defense. He's going to coach defensive backs and running backs, and Coach Snyder's going to be our defensive coordinator. You know, he grew up in Bradley, played football, played some college football, so he's certainly got the background, and the kids love him. I'm going to be more the offensive coordinator, coach the quarterbacks and receivers, and Coach Snyder's going to coach the line on both sides. So we've also got a couple guys that are going to be volunteer helping us, Coach Beard and Coach Carlisle. Both local guys and grew up playing football, so they've got good knowledge of the game, and we're looking forward to having them out here.
Okay, now to the team, of course, you've got quite a few returning guys from a pretty successful 7th grade team last year. You've got a bunch of kids out. I think I heard you a little bit ago say maybe 80-some kids out here. Tell us about the numbers, you know, and how you feel about all that.
Well, we should be running right around 83 boys, and we feel pretty good about the numbers. We, you know, of course, we're large on the 7th grade team, which was what we were last year. We've got about 40, 45, so most of the kids are going to be on that 6th and 7th grade team. But we are fortunate in our 8th grade team in that we do have a lot of guys returning from that 7th grade team last year, and they did real well last year, and you know, we're fortunate to have them coming back, and we're looking forward to good things this year, and hopefully we can keep moving forward.
Strengths and weaknesses, let's cover them both. Of course, the strengths, you know, some of the returning players. I know it's hard to single people out because you don't want to miss anybody, but if you want to talk about any of the players, want to talk about any strengths, offensively, maybe what you plan on, you don't give away game plans, but what you may decide to do, run the ball, pass the ball, give us a little idea.
Well, I think you certainly have to say our strengths is our backfield. We've got several good skill players that we have a lot of confidence in that played for us last year and have done a lot of good things for us, and you know, we're looking forward to having them back. And as far as weaknesses go, you know, you always worry about your line, whether they're going to be aggressive and their size and how they get off the ball. So we're looking real hard at the line and making sure, you know, that we're going to be good there. But, you know, we feel pretty good. It's early. We really haven't had too many practices yet, so we're not sure exactly where we'll be. We'll feel better after we get a scrimmage or two in and see where we are there. But we feel good about the numbers. You know, about the same number we ran last year. So,
schedule-wise, of course, you won't know much about the team. Of course, till Thursday, there's a scrimmage going on that fans have been informed of what that's about. But schedule-wise, the TVAC, there's really not any weaknesses there too much. You've got McCallies, the Baylors, and the whole works. Tell us, you know, hopefully every coach wants to finish on top. Tell us what you expect to do there. It's great competition. What do you expect?
It is. It's great competition. We've only got about 3 or 4 weeks here, and then we open up with Cleveland. And I don't think I think everybody else in the conference is glad not to be us in that situation. Cleveland's. It didn't take me long from when I moved here from Virginia to figure out that Cleveland's the top-notch program in the area, and so we've got our work cut out for us there. And it doesn't get any easier when you got McCallie and Baylor and certainly Lake Forest will field a good squad. So we definitely have our work cut out for us. We're going to have to get after it and you know, work hard. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but. You know, we feel that we're going to put a competitive team on the field, and we're just asking the boys to work hard and be competitive game in and game out, and you know, and 110% anytime they're on the field. So that's what we're looking for.
Well, Coach McCullough, great job. First interview. First wins are coming up, and first controversy of the whole works. We wish you good luck.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
Mike, you know, I've got a couple insults we could throw out on McCullough, but since Matthew played there and Travis still does, we'll save them until after Travis.
Sure, McCullough, you're meat. Hey, listen, really quickly, one of my pet peeves is 3 sport athletes and how tough it is for them to compete. Coach Brown made some comments at that dinner on that I'd like you all to see.
2 dog athletes.
And we're going to follow that with highlights of the big rivalries coming up. They're 5 weeks away. But we're getting ready for football on the local high school highlights every week.
See you next week.
And we lose a lot of kids to other sports. They just want to stick to one sport. Now, I lost 2 guys that one of them probably could have helped us. A young kid, a sophomore, he came to football practice the other day. Next day, he was in there practicing wrestling. Kid probably could have helped us. AAU basketball, we lost 2 kids there. So it's becoming a problem for us and trying to keep kids out. I tell you, coaches put a lot of pressure on kids. I think we all may be guilty of it, putting pressure on kids to maybe stick with one program, but I don't see how the kids. You're dealing with 16, 17-year-old kids. You put a lot of pressure on those kids, especially when they got to play 3 sports. You know, I think kids need to be kids. We don't. We require the kids to come in during the summer, but we don't really make it mandatory. Because I want kids to be kids. I want them to go out and enjoy themselves a couple of months there. But when we start football, you know, they had their time, they had their fun. Now it's time to start football. So you know, really don't push it that much as far as during the summer. Because I think it plays off over the long run when you get into the playoffs. They won't be burned out. I think the earlier you start, the quicker they're going to get burned out around November and December. So we try to give them as much time off during the summer. And then, so when they come in to us in the fall and late summer, they'll want to continue to play, hopefully, in Murfreesboro. And that's our goal.
Stay with the action here, and there it is. It's off to number 32, Antonio Westfield. He's going to score, and Antonio Westfield, he called in the call-in show the other night, said he was ready to play. First time he touched the ball, Johnny, he's off left side into the end zone.
Yeah, again, hard line, 4th down, Jordan bringing the offense to the ball, 5:24. Shotgun formation, quick kick formation.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at that.
No.
First to number 1, Medley.
He
takes it to the 10.
He's tackled at the
4-yard line. What a play by Coach Bill Price.
Oh, you know, Coach Price always has those quick plays waiting for the right moment.
Lead 16-6, Bradley threatening.
Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Bradley Central.
Hughes. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Wide left, Bryant Baines. Gibson rolling left, looking for Bubba Bacon.
Bubba Bacon breaks the tackle.
Oh, breaking a couple of tackles, taking it to the Cleveland 45-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4, maybe a long 3. And Gibson brings the offense to the ball, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Lewis Sharp around the right side. Sharp!
Oh, almost, he did get it first.
Looks like he went out of bounds past the 1st down marker, so...